welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this and let's get started. So today's video, and I'm sure you can see by the title and by the cover image photo, we are going to be doing a review on my new all-time favorite foundation and concealer routine, and it is none other than the Essence Camouflage 2-in-1 Makeup and Concealer. It claims to have high coverage with a no mask effect and be extremely long lasting. So I'm in the shade 30 beige in the foundation, and then in the concealer I've tried the Essence Camouflage full coverage concealer, which in my head they kind of come as a set and they look exactly the same, and I am in the shade 10 nude. So if you guys are anything like me, you are super skeptical about drugstore brand foundations and concealers. I always had in my head, and being a makeup artist for so many years, I always say to myself, I've got to have a high-end makeup brand for my foundation and my concealer, and then the rest of my sort of everyday color products could be from the drugstore. And that has kind of just set the precedent for how I've always been. And then I got obviously more and more into YouTube and started watching a lot more videos, and I have seen so many videos of people saying how much they love this foundation. So I went out, bit the bullet, spent my 79 Rand or however much it is on this foundation, and I promise you I have not been sorry. I am so excited that I have found this foundation. Since the day I bought it, I have worn this foundation every single day, be it an event, be it a function, be it filming, be it chilling, be it gym, anything. I have worn this foundation. This is actually my third bottle of it in the past maybe 2 months, so that just says how much I've used this foundation. I do not, however, use it on any of my clients because I feel like if you're paying for a service such as mine, you can't really arrive with your whole entire Essence kit. You can just, it's sort of, I don't know, my clients just don't respond well to that. They want to know that they're paying for a MAC service or any other high-end brand. So I do not recommend it for a makeup artist kit, but I definitely recommend it for an everyday foundation. I am completely blown away. So let's talk about the first thing, and the first thing is coverage. Coverage is a really big part of foundation for me. I have freckles everywhere and I do not like to see them. I like them to be covered. I want to be fully covered, and I want to know that I am going to get that from one product. I don't want to have to use 14 different concealers. I want to just use my foundation and get the best result possible, and that is what this foundation does. So the coverage, it says it's high coverage, full coverage, which it 100% is. So some days I wear just a BB cream if I'm not filming, or if I'm just running errands, I would wear my BB cream, and then I would still use this Camouflage makeup and concealer like in areas where I have a lot of freckles or a darkness, and I would use it as a concealer and then a BB cream everywhere else, and it works just as well as the foundation on its own. So I'm really happy about the coverage. It's 100% full coverage. The next thing I want to talk about is color. Now, unfortunately, they only have 3 colors in this particular range, and they are really light. So I am actually the darkest shade, and in actual fact I have quite a pale skin, a sort of pasty lighter skin, and so luckily I do fall into the category, but unfortunately, because the foundation range of colors is so limited, especially in South Africa, it limits a lot of people. So that is the only downside I have to this product, is that not everyone can find their shade, unfortunately. But if you are, and you fall into the spectrum of about a MAC, if you have to compare, a MAC NC or NW 15 to about an NC NW 25. You can fit into, if you fit into that category, you can definitely try these ranges. So the darkest one is 30 Honey Beige, and as I say, that is my shade. The next thing I want to talk about is formula. So for me, the formula compares a lot to MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof. It is quite a thick, creamy texture, and being a full coverage foundation, it does tend to dry really quickly. So that is the thing about it. I kind of dot it all over my face and then blend it in, because I find if you put it on a brush first, or if you put it on your skin and then go in with a brush and your process is quite slow, it does dry and then it makes the formula quite horrible. So it is quite thick in formula, but in a way I kind of like that because I know that with one layer I can get my full coverage look. I don't have to keep layering my foundation, and I don't have time for that every day. I don't have time for that in the morning, and I do not want to struggle every time I switch my camera on to film a video. It's durability and it's long wearability. So it says that it is long lasting, and it really is. It is 100% long lasting. If I do my face, which I generally do after gym and everything, I do it at about 10, and I take my makeup off generally at 10 o'clock at night, and it still looks amazing. If I'm going out that night, I literally just have to do a tiny little touch up and I still have a full coverage face. So it is 100% long lasting. I'm so excited about that because I never ever thought a drugstore foundation would last even longer than some of my MAC Pro Longwear products. So very excited about the lasting power in this. And if you are somebody that gyms, somebody that sweats, somebody that has really oily skin, this is the product to try because it doesn't move all day, which I love. So its lasting power is absolutely amazing. The last thing I want to talk about with both of these products is the application process. So with the foundation, I literally squeeze some out and dot it all over my face, making sure that it's quite even in each place. And then I take quite a big flat top kabuki brush and I sort of blend in circular motions all over my skin. Now it's very important with this foundation to both have a primer and a really good moisturizer. Because it is long lasting, full coverage, and it's matte, it is really important to make sure that your skin is properly hydrated underneath so that the foundation doesn't end up drying your skin out, which I found it has done if I don't wear an effective moisturizer underneath it. But the application process is definitely best with a brush, and something that's quite a dense flat kabuki brush I recommend is the best. So the brush that I generally use with it is the Real Techniques flat topped kabuki brush. I find that this foundation brush works the absolute best. It is the quickest. I do circular motions, and then in smaller areas I have to sort of pat it in just to get it really into the skin. But this is definitely, of all the brushes I've tried, this wins. It's number one. It's the best brush that I've used. And then this brush is the flat topped, I think it's called the Kabuki foundation. I'm not 100% sure, I'll have to link it down below. But it is from Revolution and it is their limited edition collection. I know we cannot purchase this in South Africa, unfortunately. It is from overseas, but hopefully one day they will bring these products to South Africa. But any brush that looks similar to this would definitely work. So this brush I use to buff out my concealer. So the way I apply the concealer is taking out the little doe foot applicator and placing a small amount underneath my eyes, and then really tapping and blending out with the flat top brush. I've used either brush for the concealer buffing. They both work really well, and I'm happy with the outcome of both of the brushes. The only thing I must say about the concealer is it does need a few layers. So I maybe put 4 dots, buff it in, and then do 4 more dots and then buff that over. It does need 2 or 3 layers just to get the coverage that I want, but that's just me because I love over the top full coverage where you cannot even see my face. That is just what I love. So just in closing, I want to say that the foundation and concealer combination I've just spoken about is 100% my all-time favorite holy grail drugstore foundation. At the moment, I am absolutely loving it. I highly recommend it to absolutely anyone looking to delve into a different kind of foundation and not be so scared to go to drugstore foundations as I was, because Essence has really made it possible for us to have beautiful full coverage foundation at an absolute minuscule fraction of the price of a high-end drugstore foundation. So thank you, Essence South Africa, for making this possible for us. And I hope that you all enjoyed my video, and I hope you found it beneficial. And I really look forward to having you guys commenting and letting me know what you think about this foundation. And please send me a lot of photos. If you've used this foundation and you absolutely love it, send me a photo, let me know how you feel, and I would absolutely love to get in touch with you. Thank you so much for watching my video. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Lots of love. Bye!